Bluey isn't just a cartoon, it's a global phenomenon. Families all over the world have fallen in love with the Healers and can't wait for season 4. But what if we told you that Bluey might already be over? Fans are noticing clues everywhere, hidden in interviews and even buried in season 3. The cancellation of season 4 has even been hinted at by the voice actors themselves. Could it be that the world's best loved cartoon has been cancelled? Stick around because there's some shocking evidence about Bluey season 4 getting the axe. Let's dive right in. Clue number 1, the interviews. So everyone's waiting for the big announcement about Bluey's future, but if you listen closely, the truth is right there. In recent interviews with Bluey creators, there are subtle slips and silence that speaks louder than anything else. First, let's look at the creator's language. In interviews, Ludo Studio never actually confirms season 4. Instead of saying new episodes are coming, they slip in phrases like, "We'll see what happens," or "We're taking a break." And in another interview, a producer casually mentioned that the episode Surprise, the season 3 finale, would serve as the perfect ending to Bluey. Now, why even mention that, unless it actually was the ending? To us, that just sounds like a diplomatic way of preparing us for bad news. Then there's the voice actors. Dave McCormick, the voice of Bandit, has admitted recording sessions have slowed to a halt. And Melanie Zanetti, who voices Chili, dropped a cryptic line that the future of the show depends on timing and whether the magic can continue. When you put that together with the fact that Bluey and Bingo are voiced by real kids who are growing up fast, you can see why Bluey might not be renewed for a 4th season. Remember, Bluey and Bingo's young voices are crucial to the show's innocence and charm. Not to mention continuity. Recasting those voices could come across as jarring and strange to viewers, so it makes perfect sense why the creators would want to end the show at season 3. But the biggest red flag of all, Bluey's original creator, Joe Brumm, announced earlier this year that he would not be coming back for a 4th season. He said he'd be focusing his efforts on the upcoming Bluey movie, more on that later. But for now, he's totally removed himself altogether. He literally said, "I always said I wouldn't keep making the show if I thought I couldn't make a new season as good as the last. And this would have been the case for me with a potential season 4, so I've decided to take a break from my involvement in the TV series." Come on guys, let's read between the lines here. Even the original creator has left his own series, and you gotta wonder why. Which leads us to clue number 2, behind-the-scenes drama. There are whispers everywhere that behind the smiles of Bluey's world, things at Ludo Studio might not be so picture perfect. And it makes sense when you look closer. Remember, Ludo Studio started as a tiny team of just a dozen animators in Brisbane, Australia. Their early work was local, ads and small projects, nothing like the global beast that Bluey became. Then, seemingly overnight, they were handling Disney distribution deals, international broadcast schedules, and an avalanche of merchandise licensing. In 2022, reports even surfaced that the team paused production because of internal strain. Some news outlets even described the crew as exhausted from the pressure of delivering at such a high standard, episode after episode. Fans also noticed huge gaps in release schedules and speculated this wasn't just a creative choice, it was because they were trying to stay afloat and survive. There are also lots of rumors going around about creative burnout from the team, which makes sense considering that every single episode of Bluey is packed with heart, meaning, and attention to detail. This isn't like other kids shows that pump out endless filler. Bluey always puts quality over quantity. Remember Sleepy Time and Flat Pack? That level of care and wisdom takes a massive amount of energy, resources, and creativity. Some insiders are telling us that the team would rather quit while they're on top, rather than risk watering down the magic. Think about it. Millions of parents and kids around the world expect every single Bluey episode to deliver the same emotional gut punch and charm as the last, and it's just not sustainable. Which leads us to clue number 3, timing. Did you know that some of the greatest shows in history ended at their peak? And that's exactly why we still talk about them today. Take Avatar: The Last Airbender. It ended at 3 flawless seasons. Sure, it could have dragged on, but instead, it wrapped up at the perfect moment and became a legend. Or what about Gravity Falls? Creator Alex Hirsch could have stretched the cult series on for years and years. but he chose to end after just 2 seasons for quality purposes. And even Samurai Jack, though its original run ended abruptly after season 4, that very cutoff gave it cult status, with fans clamoring for more to this day. Keeping the trajectories of all these incredible shows in mind, maybe Bluey isn't ending because it has to, maybe it's ending because the team knows exactly when to step away. It's pure strategy. If Bluey is truly finished, it wouldn't be the first show to bow out while still beloved, and in some ways, that might actually be the smartest power move of all. Clue number 4, the movie. Okay, so like we said earlier, creator Joe Brumm announced he's leaving the TV series because he's pouring all his creative energy into the movie, set to be released in 2027. Now, fans think that this is very telling, that there will be no season 4 of Bluey, because without the original creative genius behind it, any future season will likely feel disjointed. On top of this, the theatrical release of Bluey the movie isn't just an add-on. It's been described as a priority project for Disney and the Bluey animators. Now, with the studio shifting focus to a feature-length experience, you could argue that there won't be enough time, resources, and creative energy to fuel that, plus a full 4th season featuring a whopping 52 episodes like previous seasons. The bottom line, there are rumors that the movie might replace season 4 altogether. Okay, so now for the biggest clue of all. Clue number 5, season 3. Look, as much as we hate to admit it, if you've watched the season 3 finale, surprise, it's kind of obvious. As much as we try to talk our way out of it, the episode doesn't just hint at Bluey ending, it practically screams it. For the first time ever, we're shown a glimpse into the future. Bluey's a full-blown adult with a child of her own. And in that one revelation, we see the entire cycle of the show complete itself. The end game. Think about it. From the very beginning, Bluey has been about play, family, and the fleeting beauty of childhood. And here, in Surprise, we see the end of that childhood. It's not just a time skip, it's a closing of the loop. That's why so many fans feel this is the obvious ending. After all, you don't show us Bluey as an adult unless you're saying goodbye. It's the kind of narrative choice that doesn't set up a new season. It closes the book, from Bandit and Chili looking older, to the nostalgic tone of the music, and even the way the episode slows down in its pacing. It's almost like the creators are pausing to let us take one last look. And by the time the credits roll, it doesn't feel like a season finale at all. It feels like the Bluey finale. A gentle but undeniable way of telling us that the story's over. Bluey grew up, and now, so must we. Here's a thought. What if season 4 isn't canceled, but it was actually never meant to exist at all? Okay guys, here's the most important question. Do you think Bluey is really over? Was Surprise, the secret series finale, hiding in plain sight? Or do you still hold on to hope that season 4 is still coming? Let us know what you think in the comments. Here at StealthyWise, we dig deep into the hidden lessons of animated shows, modern or vintage, like the video up on screen now, which is about how Finn the human from Adventure Time finds true love, which totally reminds us of the Mackenzie, John Luke, and Bluey love triangle that we all love, except it's even juicier. All right, guys. Until next time, thanks so much for watching. We appreciate you.